Warhammer 40K Rogue Trader guide. In this video we're gonna cover my main character in the Infinite Museion DLC, or should I say a fresh new Rogue Trader for the latest version of the game, 1.6 and beyond. What is the build? I wanted to play something completely absurd, and I opted in to play an Operative Arbitrator with a shotgun in a power armor, so a full tank with a shotgun and a shield that can analyze enemies and also help the entire team for easier kills. To top it all off, I also made him an Overseer, so we also have an Eagle on top of all of it. Extremely tanky Rogue Trader with a lot of skills to use. And when I say a lot, I mean nearly the entire tab. Let's go deep into this build and let's see how to play this one. It's extremely fun and I had a lot of laughs because of the shotgun. Let's go. So let's start with a character creation. We want Forge World, then we want to pick Subskin Armor, Toughness for Armor. Then we want to get the Arbitrator origin, then we're gonna take Vigilant, then we're gonna take Illustrious Glory, then we're gonna take Brand of Shame, then we're gonna take Operative, then we're gonna take 45 points into Ballistic, 35 into Strength, 40 into Toughness, 40 into Intelligence, and 40 into Perception, and we're done with character creation. Let's move immediately to Itemization. So the first most important thing is to explain how the build works. At the early game, you're not an Arbiter. Okay, you don't go in and you don't tank. You're actually very squishy as an Operative, and in Act 1, most of the time during Prologue Act 1, you're gonna play with a sniper. Now, what sniper can we use? Any solid or laser gun, okay? Anything that's gonna give you bigger chance to hit and that has dodge reduction. Laser guns, snipers are by far the best option, yeah. And then, around Act 2, you are starting to wield shields and shotguns. And by the end of Act 3, you will finally become a power armor Operative Arbiter that's extremely durable, tanky, and reliable. So let's see what do we take for our Rogue Trader here. For the items, we always want double shields from Act 3 and beyond. Till then, as I said, one sniper, one shotgun, one shield. The best shield by far is the Gunnery Shield with a double barrel shotgun from Doom. Okay, because this one offers extra reload, it costs 0 action points, and you can spam double barrel shotgun for some 400-500 crits easily while being so extremely tanky. Plus, you trigger attacks of opportunity with a shotgun and you throw enemies left and right with the push from the shotgun. That's why I say it's extremely funny to play this one. Also, for the other one, once you remove Sniper, you're gonna add any shield with the biggest block and deflection, and you're gonna go with a best shotgun that you have at the moment. I went here with full auto shotgun. You got plenty of different shotguns along the way. Let's see the shotguns. So you got plenty of other shotguns along the way, as you can see over here, plus all of those that I sold and whatnot. Everything is valid. The higher the damage and armor penetration, the better. Yeah. Also, the build I'm giving doesn't apply to Solomorn. Have that in mind, because Solomon has a dog. This is an Eagle build. Anyways, what we want for armor is medium armor until Act 3. The higher the armor, the better. And once we get Adherent of Mankind, there's 2 in a game, by the way, but once we get Adherent of Mankind, and you're gonna get it around Act 3, at the end of Act 3, you will be able to equip this one. So this is the one we want to equip. It gives all characteristics. That's why you see all of these not skill checks and all of these characteristics here. The armor is to blame, and it gives strength and flat 10 deflection. For the helmet, of course, we want toughness, we want to be tanky. That applies for every single one. Now, what are good? You cannot receive crits at the start of the game is extremely well. Additional hit chance and additional crit chance helmet, you get it very early on. I think it's in prologue, also very good to have until you acquire the Guardian Crown. Now, for the trinkets, I again went with all skills plus 10, and you can reroll any failed skill test. And for the other one, I went with a Meragon ring. Now what until you find these two? Anything that gives you ballistics, anything that upgrades solid projectile damage, anything that upgrades your health, or should I say your toughness or your wounds is the way to go. Also, what you can consider is all items that give coercion for the helmet and for the trinkets. Coercion is your main skill, by the way, as an arbiter. For the amulet, I went with a Deshin Aquila because it gives a free dash ability. Now, here, same applies like I said for the previous items. If you can get toughness, if you can get any amulet that's gonna benefit the entire team, like give dodge to everyone or give armor to everyone or whatever that has AoE benefits, that's the one you're gonna equip until you find Deshin Aquila. Now for the gloves, I went with Breachers. There are no better gloves than this one because they stack and you're gonna keep pushing enemies non-stop with a shotgun from the base attacks, from attacks of opportunity, from a free ulti later on. It's just absolutely crazy. For the mental, we go with a Mental of Extermination. Again, a stacking critical hit chance cape. And for the boots, Shield Bearer, that gives you Assault Onslaught ability twice per turn, and Assault Onslaught is an extremely good spell. Now that would be the itemization. What's also very important to say, that there is that item in a game, once it drops you'll see that you need high logic 170 to resolve the enigma once you equip a trinket, and then you get plus 10 to, I think it's all skills or all characteristics, it doesn't matter, you need very high logic, and this Rogue Trader comes with extremely high logic, because that's the one we're gonna level up, by the way, so we can take that item and become even stronger with a permanent upgrade. We're gonna check it out later on and how it's called. Anyways, that would be the itemization. Now, how I played this one, I played it as a full dogmatic, because it offers the best options out of all of these choices here. And then it's Iconoclast and Heretic, 2 points into each, but 5 points dogmatic is the way to go for this one. Now let's see the leveling phase, the operative. So, what we get for the leveling. First level, analyze enemies for free. Then we get coercion. Then we get expose weakness for free. Then a dismantling attack ulti. Then we're gonna grab instant exposure. After that we're taking ballistics. Then we go into the Arbites physical training. Then we're gonna go into weak body, weak soul. Then we're gonna go into ballistic skill. Then we're gonna go into tactical knowledge. Then into coercion. Then into the passive learning. Then we're gonna take lawful intervention. Down here we're taking dismantling attack upgrade number 3 with logic. We take logic again and we take perception. After that, offensive pattern prediction into Medicae. Then we're gonna take perfect spot. Then we're gonna take shotgun mastery into improved tactics, into perception, into intelligence, and into it will not die with ulti upgrade number 2. Now if you're confused why perfect spot and a shotgun, I already told you early game you're gonna switch between a shotgun and a sniper in most cases until you're like level 20, 25, sniper will be your main weapon, not a shotgun. This character has to scale to start dealing damage with a shotgun, yeah. Now speaking about scaling, we go to the Overseer and we're gonna take, of course, the Eagle. This is insane damage output on the Eagle, and you can deal damage 3 to 4 times, if not even 5, once we get action point power spike per round, which is nuts. So the Eagle, then blinding strike upgrade on an Eagle, extremely powerful damage dealing ability. Then we're gonna take this position analysis into the overcharge, heroic act, into the action points, and then ballistics into shield mastery. Now we're slowly preparing to become a tank from this point onwards. Okay, so shield mastery, you're still in medium armor, by the way. at this point. Shield Mastery into Ballistic Skill, into Strategic Adaptation, into Coercion, and then the Sharpened Talents. Then we're gonna take Perception into Armor Piercing, then we're taking Enhanced Augmetics for the Familiar, for the Eagle, then the Perception into Coercion, then we're gonna take upgrade number 2 for Overcharge, then the Rite of Calibration, then we're gonna take Dual Weapon Combat, then we're gonna take Intelligence into Medicare, we're gonna take Strafe, another damage dealing ability for the Eagle, into Bloody Mark, into Solid Projectile Weapon Expert, cause Shotgun is solid, then we're gonna take Intelligence into Logic, and we're gonna take Wind Currents into Characteristic Training for Strength. Now why Strength? We're getting ready to equip a Power Armor. Okay, we need 45 Strength for the Power Armor. Yeah, and then we're gonna take Overcharge upgrade number 3. For the final phase, Exemplar phase, now is the time to become a full tank. We're gonna take Peak Condition, raise the Strength, and then we're gonna go to the Joint Offense. After that, we're taking Coercion into Binding Purpose. Then we're gonna get Toughness into Heavy Armor Proficiency. Have in mind, for the Heavy Armor Proficiency, I took it to test whether to wield Heavy Armor or Power Armor. What's better? So this is basically a free talent, you can pick whatever you like. Do not take Heavy Armor Proficiency, take Power Armor Proficiency. I took it later on, but I was lazy to reset because of one talent, okay? Didn't want to waste time. So instead of a Heavy Armor here, we want Power Armor or any other talent, because later on we'll encounter Power Armor. For the next level, Grizzly Education into Coercion, then we're gonna go to the Toughest Steel into Armored Hide, then we're gonna take Toughness into Prepared Prosecution, then we're taking Advanced Tracking into Toughness, and then we're taking Emergency Protocol into Power Armor Proficiency. So if we took Power Armor here, then we're gonna take any talent that provides tankiness on this one. Okay, because we got one free, because I got both Heavy and Power to test out which one is better. Power Armor is better. Then we're gonna take Logic, and then we're gonna take Invincibility. After that, Action Point Power Spike, Pillar of the Law talent into Lord Xenos, then we take Public Sentencing into Logic, then we're gonna take Mob Justice into Toughness, then we're gonna take Toughness again into Logic, then Flesh Wounds, extremely powerful thing, now you heal up like a maniac, you're literally immortal. And we're gonna take Continuous Analysis, then Tenacious Talons into Carouse, Inflict Despair into Dueling Mastery, because this Rogue Trader can block, parry, deflect, soak up damage, counter attack, attacks of opportunity, push, and deals 5 to 6 different spells that deal solid amount of damage. When I say solid, from early game 50 and so to 500 at the late game, multiply that with 5 and calculate how much damage you deal. So now we take Consolidation into Toughness, into Unbreakable Will, into Reactive Study, and we finish up with Action Point Power Spike Increase. And that would be the Rogue Trader. Now how you play this Rogue Trader in early game, mid game, late game. Early game is before we get the Eagle. Usually it's Perfect Spot, Analyze, Expose, Shoot. That would be the early game, extremely simple. Now comes the mid part where we get the Eagle. How do we play? Now you're a bit tankier, but still you're gonna use Perfect Spot, Expose, launch the Eagle with a Blinding Strike or collect them with Strafe, okay? Then pick someone with Obstruct Vision, and then you shoot with a Sniper. Mid Act 2, Act 3, now we don't use Sniper anymore, we start rushing up front, okay, and we do all of that only with a shotgun, alright? Late game. Late game is extremely good because this one, Consolidation, late game is Act 4, Act 5, when we have everything. We got Consolidation, which gives us a lot of movement points. So once the battle begins, we go with Consolidation. Then we're gonna trigger from Dogmatics, we're gonna give this to Argenta or to Ulfar, alright? And then we're gonna position straight in front of the enemies, because our talents allow in a tactical phase to position in the middle of enemies. You wanna push Okay, if there are 20 enemies around you, you go and you place in the middle of them. No one can touch you. When you are placed in the middle of them, you want to trigger Instrument of His Will. They deal 0 damage to you, plus you block and whatnot, and you got deflection. You're immortal. They are all taunted around you and they attack you, okay? While your allies whack them. In the meantime, you can send the Eagle, you can shoot with a shotgun, you can throw a frag for free, you can analyze enemies, reduce their armor, or go with tactical knowledge as well. This is your option and your choice what you want to do, but that's how you play. If you run out of movement points, you can always use dash twice. Now, I want to scroll through all the abilities so you can see what we get, and especially through talents. You pause when you want to. This is how it's supposed to end up, just in case, because there's a lot of things that you can learn along the way from different missions and quests and objectives, okay? So just pause when you need to. There's a lot. I can't pass through every single talent and what it does. There is that one that gives plus 10 to all characteristics here as well, by the way. I think it's Celestial Inspiration. No, that's Momentum plus 10. Also, the talents that come here are a lot with have a lot to do with colonies. Those upgrades that you get when the colony is upgraded. I'm trying to find the one for the plus 10 to all skill points, but I will have to go talent by talent for this. Anyways, you see what the talents are. There's like 1 million of them. Blame the game, not me. That's how the Rogue Trader ends up. And now for the final part, the newly added one with the DLC. I nearly forgot what I use for Augmetics. Okay, here is a subskin armor, because I picked a Forge World character on purpose in a character creation. Then here is a tactical analyzer. For the somatic insertion, it's Breath of Drusus. For the dextral insertion, it's Motive Blessed Bionic. And for the legs, it's Inertial Lubricator MK1. And we galvanize Inertial Lubricator because it also offers a lot of good things and you don't need dodge as a penalty. So every penalty that you see here, you don't care about it, to be honest, like it doesn't exist. So I equip those that don't give any penalties, or should I say they remove stats we don't actually need for the build. Yeah, that would be the augmentation. If you enjoyed the video and if you found it helpful, let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching and I'll be seeing you on the next one. Cheers.